going through some of the already answered the technical difficulties that present themselves. We think because of the weather that gremlins snuck up here last night. We got a really excited. If you're looking up for those gremlins. Is anybody know how to say gremlins in Spanish? Oh, Caleb, Sanchez. What? I don't even know what you said. Thank you for trying. Okay. Well, just take this opportunity to welcome everybody to the 26th annual Oaxaca Christian School Cultural Arts Festival. Please give an applause for the school. It is our most prestigious event every year. And so, to help me co-host, I thought I would invite a member of our community, somebody we all respect and esteem very much. Squibby. So, this is Squibby. He hasn't met any of you. So, want to tell us a little bit about yourselves? Okay, that's pretty much about all he says. I was thinking, can somebody from the elementary school help me here with Squibby? I see you're all terrified. I'm going to have to. They're all pointing at Ellie. Ellie Peebles, could you please come up to the stage for a Okay. So I often tell Ellie that she is my favorite student named Ellie. So can you tell us something nice or maybe not nice about Squibby? He's crazy. Is there anything we need to know about Squibby?
He's gross. He's crazy.
Did you say he's gross? Okay, he's gross. Thank you so much for your help. Squibby, you can talk here. Would you care to hear a joke? Okay. What is the name's date? Caleb Sanchez. April. I think. Okay, you're kind of stealing Squibby's thunder here. He's supposed to have the joke. Okay, so yeah, April 30th. What year? 2026. Then why does the program say April 25th, 2025? Okay. So no more jokes from Squibby. I feel like he's picking on me. We were kind of warned about his craziness. Okay. So, anywho, we have invited Juan Pablo Sanchez to open our event in prayer because we want to make sure that whatever we do it as unto the Lord and for His glory. So, Pablo, if you can please come on again.
Bienvenidos al número 26 de nuestro Festival Anual de Artes. Vamos a iniciar con una oración, vamos a pedir al Señor que bendiga la vida de cada uno de nosotros y que estas presentaciones que los muchachos han han hecho con mucha dedicación y esfuerzo, sean pues vistas y valoradas por cada uno de nosotros. Cierren sus ojos. Padre de la gloria, te damos las gracias en este día, porque tú nos has regalado la vida, porque podemos estar reunidos en este lugar. Bendícenos, Señor, con tu presencia, que tú te glorifiques en la vida de cada uno de nosotros. Y sabemos, Señor, que todas las cosas que nosotros hacemos son para honrarte y exaltarte, porque tú eres digno. Gracias, Señor, por este tiempo. Gracias por esta comunidad. Te pedimos que tú, Señor, seas guiándonos en todo. En el poderoso nombre de tu amado Cristo Jesús. Te lo pedimos. Amén. Amén.
So to kick things off, I'm going to invite Lucas to come on up. So I know he's young and he's handsome and he can be kind of crazy. Y'all know Guille. But I believe also that the Lord has put a mantle of leadership upon him. And so we've asked him to share at this point in time.
Good morning, y'all. So I'm going to talk about abiding, and because like this is the theme for this school year, and yeah, he didn't say for how long I need to talk, so maybe I can talk for like 45 minutes, like a whole sermon, you know. That'll be cool. Well, I'm gonna start today with reading John 15. This is like the main verse about abiding. So it says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. Because of every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, and I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire and burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. Well, in from verse 2 through 6, Jesus is talking to us, to his church. He's saying, he's commanding us to bear fruit. But how does that look like? When we bear fruit, it means that we're abiding in him, that we're having a personal relationship with God, that every single day we're within and we're growing in his word. We're being closer to him. That is abiding, is staying within, being a friend. That's the idea of, that's what Jesus is telling us to do, because he knows that we need him. And by saying, abide in me, he's saying, stay with me, be my friend, so you can bear fruit, so others can see you, can see me in you, so you can share the word that I have given to you. That's what Jesus is telling us in the first 7 chapters, in the first 7 verses. Then he says, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. Well, this part is a little bit tricky because we usually, as humans, when we ask for things, we usually ask for ourselves. And yes, we're humans, we're selfish, we tend to be selfish. But here God is saying, ask anything you want, and He will be given to you. But God does not give when we are being selfish. So He says in the first few verses, that's why He says, abide in. Because when we abide in Him, when we're knowing God more, our minds and our thoughts are gonna be like His. We're gonna think more like God. It's like a friend. He's like a friend. When you have a friend and you get to know him, you start to think like them. You know what they like. You know the things that they do. It's the same with God. When you get to know Him more, He becomes your friend. You know him better. You want to do the thing that he does or she does, right? So, same with God. By having a growing relationship, with him and being his friend every single day, all the things that you want are going to be the things that he wants. Therefore, he will give those things to you because is because now your things, the things that you want, are aligned with this plan. And that's gonna like bear fruit to others. You're gonna be an example. You're gonna be a better disciple for his glory. And by being a better disciple for his glory, you you will ask him again the things that he wants. And therefore, God will give to you the things that your heart wants. Peace, strength to share the gospel with others. Therefore, I want to remind us all that if we're being here is to abide in God's love and God's word because He wants to be your friend. He wants to have a personal relationship with you. And we all want to have that relationship with him, and we want to be more like him, more like Christ, and share his gospel, right? So let's just get closer to God every single day. Let's just be more of a friend, consider him a friend, because he's our friend, he's our savior, and by doing that, by abiding in his love, we'll be more like him. And that's the main goal at the end, just to be more like Christ. So it's just a reminder to abide in God, abide in His law, abide in His word, and to have a personal relationship with Him because we need it. We need it and He deserves it. He deserves all the glory. Well, thank you.
I did not know that that was going to be such a powerful message. I did not know that that was going to be such a powerful message. Had I known, I would have put you last. That would have been the word. Keep on our hearts and walk out with that. Be encouraged. So we can pretend that was the end, and then we'll just start something new. So thank you for coming, everybody. God bless you. Welcome, everybody, to the 2026-26 San Antonio, Oaxaca Christian School Cultural Arts Festival and Science Fair. So at this moment, I'm going to invite a special young lady to come up to the stage. She's going to be sharing a song with us. So, like most of our students, she's bilingual. Like none of our students, she speaks English with a British accent. I don't know how that happened. So this is Desiree Cervantes. Everyone know Desiree? In the art room, we also call her Desiree. I'll let you ask her herself why we call her Desiree. I have a question for her. Would you like Squibby to help you sing?
No.
Okay. Give me just a moment to get the stand ready for you. Here, you can practice with the microphone, okay? Please hold it. Are you ready to go?
Muy buenos días a todos. Decidí va a cantar una canción que se llama Que Ruja el León. A ella le encanta cantar, nada más que pues, no es una profesional, ¿verdad? Pero sí le encanta cantar.
Hello.
Muchísimas gracias, Desiree. Espero que ella pueda inspirar a muchos de ustedes para compartir sus dones, dado de parte de Dios con nosotros. Okay. So, what comes next? Gabriel, oh yeah, Gabriel Lucas. Raise your hand. Okay. So, the cultural arts those called again? Academic stuff, yeah. Okay, so, and Gabby has worked really hard to prepare some stuff that he's learned so that we might learn it also and be blessed. Isn't that correct? All right.
So I'm gonna be talking about why does the water in the deep sea doesn't crush the land when the pressure is very high. Okay. First, my name is Gabriel Lucas. This is the main things that I'm gonna be talking about. The animals live under high pressure. Why does animals in the deep sea die from the pressure, and how can animals in the deep sea breathe under high pressure? Why does sun travel faster in water than air? And why does the human body get affected by pressure change so quickly? And finally, the marine attraction. First, introduction. Yeah, I think that it's about that. Okay, so I have five animals that live under high pressure. First, the first animal is the anglerfish. That is small. It's a fish, but it has like a small leg that can go into track. It plays in the dark. The other one is a giant isobot. It lives in the ocean floor. Those animals that live food because they survive for a long time. Um, the jellyfish. The jellyfish has a body that helps them with the pressure, and some of them can float. The dumbo octopus has fins that look like ears. That's why he got a name. Is I'm gonna be showing you photos of this. The panther. It's a small fish with addicted. This animal survives in those waters because it has no metabolism. Okay, these are pictures. Anglerfish, like giant ice club, jellyfish, little octopus, and the panther. Okay. Why do animals in the deep sea die from the pressure? Animals that live in the deep sea and the deep sea don't die from the pressure because their bodies are made to adapt those certain conditions. Most of them don't have air spaces like lungs, so there's nothing that can get crushed. Their bodies are also soft and flexible, which helps them to take easy strong pressure. They also have special chemicals in their cells that help them working normally. Since they are running their whole into the deep sea, they are very adapted to the more reasons of high pressure. Another reason the deep sea animals don't die from pressure is because the pressure inside their bodies is almost the same as outside. So nothing is really getting crushed. They also live very slowly, meaning they don't move much and don't use a lot of energy, which helps them survive in the environment. Here's a question. Have you seen pictures of videos of the documentals of animal that lives under in the deep sea? They're like, some of them even have special substances in their body that protect themselves from the pressure. Also, their bodies can be more soft, similar to jelly. So if you go to the deep sea, hold like a fish of that, you go like this, it is like jelly. Uh, so, which makes it easy for them to live in the ocean. All of these things help them survive where other animals wouldn't be able to. How can animals in the deep sea breathe under high pressure? Deep sea animals don't breathe air like humans. They take oxygen that is dissolved in water, and must use gills for their skin to absorb oxygen. Their gills are very efficient, even with low oxygen levels. Okay. This is the fish respiratory system. Basically, the water enters the air and it you say, but it removes the water and take the oxygen. Why does sound travel faster than water than air? Sound travel different depending on the water it moves through. The water sound moves much faster than air because the particles are organized depending on how the substances behaves. This difference helps explain why something can travel long distance underwater. First, there's the particles in moving. In water, particles are much closer together than in air. Sound travels as vibrations passing from one particle to another. If you are in the deep sea and you hear a whale, the sound of a whale, it can affect your ears because that sound travels so fast and it can crush your ears. Because the particles are closer, vibration moves faster and don't lose as much energy. In air, particles are farther apart, so sound slows down as it travels. Properties of water. Water is less compressible than air, so it doesn't get crushed easily. This helps sound waves move more smoothly and quickly. Even though water is denser, the strong connection between particles helps sound travel faster. So moves about 4 times faster in water than in air, which is why underwater communication can travel long distances. Why pressure change affects the body? First, the human body has three spaces: lungs, air, and senses. Air inside these spaces doesn't adjust quickly. This can cause pressure, discomfort, or pain. One example is when you go to the mountains, you feel how your ears begin to pop. Okay. Yeah, feel that pain. Yes. As changes in effects. Using to normal surface pressure, quick changes when you're flying. Don't give the body a time to adjust. Gases like oxygen and nitrogen are affected. This can lead to problems like ear pains. Uh, Also, when you are under the water, like 3 meters under the water, you can feel how your ears get affected. Sometimes, if you don't take care about that, it can be dangerous. Your ears can explode. You can, yeah, you can dead all your life. Mariana Trench. Basically, it's the coldest and darkest place in the earth. The trench is completely dark because sunlight can't reach that deep, and temperatures are just about freezing. Extreme pressure. This pressure is so strong it will crush Mars objects from the surface. It's like having thousands of tons pressing down on you. Formed by tectonic plates. It was created where one tectonic plate is pushed under another, a process called subduction. Challenger deep. The deepest one is called Challenger deep. It is the lowest known point in Earth ocean. Very few human visits. Only small number of people have ever reached the bottom because it requires special subjects. Unique life forms. Creatures that are specially adapted to survive darkness, cold, and high pressure. Pollution has reached. Scientists have even found tiny pieces of glass in there, showing how pollution can reach even the deepest part of the ocean.
Okay, another hand for Gabriel. Lucas. has returned from their self-imposed exile, visiting other schools and exploring the world and discovering that OCS is best. So we'd like to invite Annalise Hagler. She's going to teach us some stuff.
Yeah, so today I'm talking about premature birth, causes, effects, outcomes, etc. So basic info, pregnancy lasts 4 weeks to 9 months, and premature birth is just anything born after, not before 37 weeks of pregnancy. Um, yeah, normally premature births come with a high risk of health hazards and health issues along the way through short-term, long-term, and just like effects throughout the pregnancy and after pregnancy. Types of dates. So there are 4 different types of pregnancies. Number 1 is the most common, which is late preterm, so 34 to 36 weeks of completed pregnancy. This one is the least hazardous, which means like I was born with her mouth. Obviously, like I don't have anything wrong with me. And then there's moderately preterm, which is 32 to 34 weeks of completed pregnancy. Very preterm, which is 28 to 32, and this is where the health hazards typically start. And then extremely preterm, 28 weeks, which is almost guaranteed to have issues. Okay, so the symptoms of a preterm baby might be like a small size, not head that's large compared to the body, features that are sharper or less boundary out than most babies because they're lacking cells that store fat and virus. Fine hair that covers most of the body, low body temperatures after birth, and trouble controlling temperature, and then trouble breathing and issues. Okay, the NICU. I'm definitely going to screw this up because I don't know how to say this. But it's NICU is a special nursing unit where preterm babies are taken to be watched over, basically. And it's a special nursing unit in the hospital where someone needs to spend time and a unit that cares for them and closely tracks their health day and night. And it's called kneeling. Yeah, that. Intensive. There are 2 categories of risk. So pregnancy risk, typically pregnancy risk only comes after you've been pregnant once. So for example, if you've been pregnant with twins or other levels, not waiting longer than 6 months, instead of wait 18 to 24 months before getting pregnant again. More than one miscarriage or abortion and previous premature. And then lifestyle risk includes smoking, taking illicit drugs, and drinking alcohol. Often heavily while pregnant, but also can be effective, like if you drink or take too many drugs or like anything like that before pregnancy. Being extremely underweight or overweight will keep you away and healthy. Thought being pregnant before the age of 17 or after the age of 35, and going through stressful life events such as the death of a loved one or domestic violence. Yeah, and then compare the short term and long term. Risks, I guess. Short term are problems, brain problems, temperature control, digestive problems, blood problems, and metabolistic problems, and immune problems. And long term include cerebral palsy. Yeah.
Well, that was excellent. A whole lot of learning going on. Does anybody have any questions for us? No? I've got a question. Are you chewing gum? Okay. She is chewing gum while she did all that. That is impressive. That is worthy of a round of applause. That's, I don't know where she learned that. So, I mean, I can't talk and chew gum without drooling. So, okay, now I'm very excited about this next presentation because the elementary students, together with Squibby, are going to do the elements of art. Yay! Hold on. Oh. I've just been told that that's not going to happen. So something else, I guess, the elementary music teacher, Juan Pablo, has a presentation that the students have worked very hard for, correct? Or was it like an easy? No, I think it was really hard. So please come on up and share with us.
En este curso los niños aprendieron solfeo y muchos de ellos ya tenían nociones de la música porque pues, se conviven con la música a diario. Y en este mismo sentido pues empezamos a tocar la flauta y pásale niños, vamos a hacer las presentaciones. Se han esforzado mucho, han dedicado tiempo, yo estoy muy contento porque sé que esta pequeña introducción que tuvieron con la flauta a la larga les va a ayudar bastante en todas las áreas de su vida.
shines since you've been gone. The moon doesn't glow, the wind doesn't blow. Your absence fills the room. Your laughter feels untuned. Your life is like a mystery. Have you built an escape from our history? Strangers till I know your name. Best friends and then strangers again. Why are you building walls around me? Changing me again. I'm stuck here behind my own worries and regrets. Tell me you don't miss me. Tell me it was easy to leave. And it makes it so much more simple. Gives me a reason to hate you for leaving. Why can't I despise you? Why can't I dislike you? How do you find ways to stay in my life? I hate that I love you. I hate that I like you. I hate that I still want you by my side. I can see from your point of view. Would I have a good reason to say goodbye? I'm sitting here contemplating on why I said goodbye. It was too hard to think about after time. I swear I do miss you. I swear I still need you, but I won't apologize for secrets undone. There's parts of the story that you don't understand. Memories lost like many things to say. There's no silver line to hold on to. Nothing could make this easy again. Acuérdate de mí, estoy a tu lado. Aparta viejo amigo. Pasado días sin ver tus fotos, amasado años sin comunicarnos. Strangers till I know your name. Into best friends and strangers again. You built walls around me, you caged me in. I'm glad to say I know words or regrets. Now that I miss you, now that I hate you, I understand why you gotta end it. I know how to love, I know how to forgive. I'm really okay with being 90%. Now you're just a shadow from my past. I won't lie, I guess now and then I miss your laugh. I'm grateful to you and excited to see what life holds in the next fantasy. It's midnight where I am. The stars can't see just what I'm in. The moon glows, the wind blows. My life didn't come to an end. My story is just begun.
Let us welcome Miss Charlie Clinton to the stage.
Hi, my name is Charlie. So I memorized this poem that I love. You might have heard of it. It's called The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. I first heard of it when I was, if you guys are familiar with the Hunger Games, I read one of the prequels, and there's an excerpt of the poem in the book. And I just fell in love with it. I just thought it was so beautiful. And I hope you would let me share it with you today. Sorry, nervous. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint, curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly nothing, suddenly there came a tapping, as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, merely this and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished tomorrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my book Circe's of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost one. Sorrow for the rare, radiant maiden whom the angels may ignore. Nameless, here, forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door." This is it, and nothing more. Presently, my soul was stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, and so gently rapping, and so faintly tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here, I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. The silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore?" This I whispered, and the darkness echoed back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into that chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. When soon again I heard the tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mysterious lore. Let my heart be still a moment. moment and let this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, nothing more. Open here I felt the shudder, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the sacred days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute softer stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon the sculpted bust just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiled my sense into smiling, by the grave and stern form of the countenance of war. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art sure no graven. Ghastly grin and angel breathing, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marveled at this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy more. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was thus seen bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends than before. On the morrow come weeping, as my hopes have come before. Then the bird said, Nevermore. Startled at silence broken by a reply so aptly spoken, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of the bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to lay fancy unto fancy, thinking, what this ominous bird wore, what this ghastly grin, ungainly gaunt, ominous bird wore, meant in croaking Nevermore. This and more I sat divining, my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet violet light, lamplight letting pour. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no soul expressing to the fowl, whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom core. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed by an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath sent thee. By his angels he hath led thee, respite and nepenthe from thy memories of the Lord. Quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempest stand or whether tempest tossed me here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, in this home my horror haunted. Tell me, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me truly, I implore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore. Tell the soul its sorrow laden, if within the distant haven, it shall clasp the sainted maiden, whom the angels may adorn, a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels may adorn. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Be that word our sign of pardon, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarted, get me back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black gloom as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, and quit the bust above my door. Take thy beat from out my heart, and get thy form from off my door. But the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the busted palace, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeing of the demons that is dreaming. And the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor. And my soul, from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted nevermore. So before we start with the next recording, which is almost the last one, so bear with me. Antes de que hagamos la última canción de performance, les voy a pedir a todos que nos pongamos de pie. Ok, vamos a ponernos de pie, vamos a estirar un poquito. Pueden moverse un poco. Bien, vamos a respirar un poco. Respiren. Ok, vamos a sentarnos. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome to one of a kind event where science meets style. Today, at our Cultural Arts Festival and Science Fair, we proudly present the Chemical Elements Fashion Show. Let's give it to the fashion show. Vamos a presentar el desfile de moda de la Cámara Periódica de Eventos. A dazzling celebration of both art and science. Our talented students have taken on the challenge of transforming the periodic table into wearable masterpieces. Each outfit you'll see is inspired by a chemical element. So, without further ado, let's see our elements walk the wrong way. So, with us, let's have lithium. Let's give a clap to lithium. Beautiful, and very dangerous element. You probably have never seen this soft, metallic element in real life. Why? Because it doesn't even exist in its pure form in nature. Because of that, it is fashioned today in a box. This given contains lithium-ion batteries account for what you've probably seen. These fashionable bottle signs. If it gets too hot, you'll see a beautiful but destructive crimson red flame. Lithium symbol is Li. Atomic number is 3, which means it has 3 electrons and 3 protons. Lithium, tell us about it.
Yes, lithium is in fact the lightest and least dense metal element on the list, and it's so soft that it can be cut with a butter knife.
Let's give it to lithium. Thank you, lithium. You may go. Now, get ready to light up the runway because our next element doesn't just shine. It glows. Please welcome Neon. Number 3. Taking inspiration from runners who like to wear neon colors, he comes dressed in a burst of electrifying neon colors. This outfit captures the vibrant spirit of an element that's known for turning darkness to dazzling light. Neon is wearing in her bag her atomic number of 10. Like people in races do, she's wearing earrings and a necklace with 8 beads that represent neon's valence electrons, which makes neon a noble gas, which makes it incredibly stable and doesn't easily react to other elements. Neon is a gas that diffuses very quickly compared to other elements, hence why neon is a runner that runs fast and easily disappears. So as his radiant design makes his way down the runway, notice how it reflects neon's uniqueness, bold, independent, and full of energy that lights up the world around it. So, Neon, tell us about you.
Yeah, so I'm Neon. I'm one of the rarest elements on the planet. Because I don't like to make teams. I do it by myself. I don't need anybody else, so I don't form bonds. And when I naturally, I don't have a taste, I don't have a smell. Completely colorless, you can't even run there, except for I was in a time
Chromium is a strong, corrosion-resistant metal. One of its most unique traits is its ability to produce a wide range of vivid colors in its compound. Green, red, yellow, making it a true artist of the periodic table. Shiny, strong, full of color. Chromium proves that science can be both powerful and beautiful. So tell us about you, Chromium.
Hello, I'm Chromium. My name comes from the Greek word which means color. I'm very colorful. And I'm one of the strongest metals in the earth known. And I also am actually in the human body. I help the regulation of blood sugar. You're welcome.
Let's hear it for Chromium. Thank you, Chromium. Now, making their way down the runway, we have an intricate design representing Galileo. Thank you, Galileo. Now, how the fabric flowing material as well as the droplets precariously hanging from the mass represent gallium's low melting point. Additionally, the beautiful silver color of the outfit resembles gallium, and the detailed engraving of the mass points to gallium's element name and atomic number. The look is completed with dainty silver bracelet embroidery highlighting gallium's wondrous electric configuration and atomic mass. So, well, Gallium, tell us about you.
Yes. Gallium, my melting point is so low that if you held me in your hand, I would melt. My compounds are used to produce semiconductors, which are efficient in high-frequency systems like your mobile phones for satellite communications.
Please give it up for Gallium! Thank you, Gallium! So, now, let's take a brief commercial break from our sponsors. So, today we're going to talk about an element that is amazing. And I want you guys all to hear about it because you might be interested in even buying this element.
Okay, good morning again. So I'm gonna be talking about me and my company, Connection Energy. We're gonna be talking about uranium. So in the world, when we see all types of energies, we find a lot of bad problems from it, right? Fossil fuels cause pollution, and renewable energy sources like wind or solar can be inconsistent, right? So, all these type of energy is not a problem. But I'm gonna tell you that you don't need to worry anymore. If you buy uranium, this thing is better. It's way better than all those type of energy. This is different. So, uranium solves the problem of generating massive amounts carbon-based electricity without relying on fossil fuels. One single pellet of uranium can produce as much energy as a ton of coal. And if you buy uranium, you have high energy density, energy security, and it will help for medical and industrial applications. So it is amazing. This element is amazing. It's way better than the rest. And for my chemist, this is the atomic number of uranium. Its symbol is U, its name is uranium, and its electronic configuration and atomic weight are right there. And also, it is in pure metal, like its form is pure metal. It is solid at room temperature, and its texture is hard, heavy metal, and slightly softer than steel. And that was uranium, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
So now, let's continue with our next runway. And now, stepping onto the runway with timeless elegance, please welcome Silver. He is coming up here with the rich history of silver, metal culture for centuries in jewelry and cultural artifacts across the world. With its radiant shine and classic beauty, silver has always been a symbol of value and refinement. Scientifically, silver has an atomic
is that it's brevity. Because of short life, it is hard to use it or apply it for specific purposes. However, francium is used for study purposes only. Francium is extremely radioactive and is the second rarest natural occurring element. Francium is an unlike metal, brief, mysterious, but fascinating. Tell us about you.
I only live for 22 minutes. I have a short life, but it's the best.